We have sound. Do we have
Yay.
sound, team? We have sound.
I don't know if we have sound. I have muted.
Yep, sound is going. I can hear it coming through. We are good.
Yippee! Hello, everybody. We are back for another episode of my little Daggerheart campaign. I've been so excited to play this. Woo woo. So starting off, we'll just say who's here, and if you wanted to plug anything, with starting with Wombat. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Wombat, and I'm here. I qualify. I'm also on YouTube and other social media as Gamesplaining. I do lots of stuff with video games, including challenge runs and updates. So if you're into that, check it out after you finish watching this amazing D&D stream that we are about to go through.
Not D&D, mate. Sorry, what are we
We're
playing
within
today?
the realm of it, aren't we? Isn't it
Oh,
like a subclass of D&D?
TTRPG. No, sir.
TTRPG.
Sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you'll all excuse me, I think I'm going to be banned from chat now. Bye all. It
Yep.
was nice being on stream.
Everyone, grab your D12s. We're playing Daggerheart.
Ah, I could show everybody my dice this time. Because I went to show everybody my dice, and my camera didn't work last time. Because these are the ones that Wombat got me. But also, they still rolling terribly, even when I'm not DMing. So, this one.
Ooh, they're
What?
pretty.
No.
They're pretty.
Last session, you guys were rolling so fucking well. It was insane. I ran out of fear, so I'm
So you should be
restarting
afraid?
with two
Ha!
fear.
Anyway.
You guys were just too full of hope. I need to quell it. We need to crush it. That may or may not happen this week. Hopefully. Yeah, we're playing.
Eat the dice.
Daggerheart.
Don't eat the dice.
We have got Morgs playing Barnacle. I'm doing this with Discord. This is not the right directions. Morgs is playing Barnacle. We've got Loz playing Marlowe. We've got Obel playing Kari Nix. And we've got two new characters coming in with Wombat and Jamie joining us for this evening. So we've got Garrick Reed, pointing in the wrong directions again. Anyway, I'm gonna point in directions.
You're probably going to be in a different direction to where you are on stream.
Oh no, I could see.
Oh no,
the
you've
stream,
got.
and
All
I'm
right, yep,
definitely
yep.
wrong. And then we've also got Jamie playing Varian Soto. I just really like the full name. I don't say anyone else's full name, but I really like the full name of that character. And last we left off, we had just started with our troop. Well, actually, before we jump into that, I want to have Wombat and Jamie try some connections with each other.
Okay.
Ooh. Improv on the
So-
fly.
Yeah. So looking at your character sheets, you will see connections down on the bottom left at for your character overviews. And
Ooh,
if
yes,
you
we do.
would like to try some of them out between the two of you, because we already have some connections going on between our previous characters.
Okay.
All right, Anna, you were Varian. How are we saying that?
Varian.
Varian. I'm
Yeah.
excellent with English.
Okay. So I feel like maybe talking briefly about like a character vibes might help. But I imagine like I'm kind of a local to the village. I sort of keep to myself, kind of loiter around, take the odd job here and there. Try to stay a little bit like, I don't know, mysterious. There's a kind of an air of mystery around me, but I'm also like a familiar presence around.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that people go to for tasks of various nature.
Yeah,
No one knows how you do it, but they know
Yeah.
that you can get the job
Yes,
done.
yes. Okay. So question, my connections here, I've got 3 things written down. They're different from everyone else's, right?
Correct. Everyone's got different
Okay.
ones.
And then Wombat, your character was more, what was your character's kind of dealio again?
5.
From what I gather and then what I take, they're a bit of a wanderer. They used to be part of military forces, but they're a defector, and they don't so much look to solve their problems with violence, so they are very capable of it if they need to be.
I have a
next?
connection that says, I'm worried you're better than me.
Ooh.
And I feel like that could maybe be a good one for you, because I feel like, I don't know, like
That could be
I
fun
think
to
that
play with.
I am more one for violence. And so kind of like seeing you, I guess maybe holding yourself above it, but also quite capable in terms of that. I'm assuming capable in terms of combat. Maybe
Yeah.
I just don't like that about you, but more from an insecurity of you've got your shit
What if he's
together.
better?
Yeah, kind of.
I like it.
Guys.
The one that. Oh, yes.
We have a new follower. Hi, Bunny IPT. Bunny, lots of letters. Hi, welcome. Anyway, just thought I'd say shout them out, and it's just I'm bad.
Yeah, I think that's a really good connection. I think that's really cool.
The one I drew my eye is we need to put our feelings aside. So I feel like
Ooh.
We both tend to do a little bit of work where it comes up here and there. I feel like at some point we've crossed paths working for opposing vendors, and there was some tension there. But if we're together here now, we kind of got to put that aside.
Yeah. I would say on that note, then I probably at the moment, given my connection, would probably doing not. I'd be doing my best to kind of steer clear of you. So I feel like that I know of your existence. We've definitely crossed paths and like interacted before, but I kind of like, yeah, I feel like I would sort of move on whenever I saw you.
Hell
All
yeah.
right.
Awesome. All right. Well then, so last we left off, we had the trio of Barnacle, Marlowe, and Kari traveling with the king's carriage, um, on an emissary, well, on a delivering quest to the Whitefire Arcanist, who is known to be in the village of Hush. Along the trail, you were uh, ambushed. Well, they attempted to ambush you, but Barnacle, keen eye, saw straight through it and managed to kick off some combat between the group and some thistlefolk thieves, who they quickly dispatched with their own body pieces as they were thrown across the battlefield.
They just needed more of a spine.
Hey, hey, Kari's got your back. Yeah. Okay. And so, as we continue, the path leads you further into the forest until you spot a large stone pillar carved top to bottom in ancient dwarven symbols. This denotes one corner of the peaceful village of Hush. When you pass beyond the stone marker, you feel a small sensation like a pop of a bubble. Then the sounds of friendly chatter become louder. Though the trees of the Sablewood are unchanged here, there is a distinctive, safe and comforting air. A few smiling faces turn to you as your carriage rolls in, waving from veggie gardens and flower beds which have no boundary to the natural undergrowth around them. There is lively music drifting in your direction from the tavern at the center of town. You know you need to find the Whitefire Arcanist to deliver the package. From the king. What would you like to do?
I think we said
So-
that I was driving, right? With my little frog friend nearby. So as we kind of people start to wave and seem generally, Jesus Christ! I promise I've only had tea today.
Join the English crew.
Yeah, as they seem genuinely friendly, I would try and like flag somebody down, like, hey, do you know the alchemist?
So there are a number of people around you. I will give you, a little bit more of a description. As you're traveling through the. I think that I wanted to give a little bit more of a description because it's just not as descriptive. Moving further into town, many of the buildings around here are built into the side of ancient trees with huge hulking trunks to them. But there are also some standalone buildings, including the local bank. There is a small market setting up decorations with most stalls empty for now, but with some stalls are still selling weaved baskets, hats, and amber jewelry. On the far side of town is the tavern with the name the Clover Tavern written above the entrance. As you're moving along, you do see a little human boy, climbing between trees along the path and seeing you. He is lighting the lanterns that hang from the branches as the sun is beginning to set. You've kind of arrived in the late afternoon.
Thought you were gonna say like as we traveled along, like he was the NPC of a video game that just kept up with us to light the path.
No,
That'd be cool.
he as you kind of came in, he was just in some of the trees, and he's just kind of poking his head out, looking at you a little bit. So you call out to him.
Hey, boy. You know where the alchemist is?
Oh, the Arcanist. Um, he's fiddling a lot, fidgeting. And as he kind of like comes down, you see him in his full garb. He's got a green kind of tunic with a brown leather satchel attached to him. He's got a couple of scratches on his arms and a little bit of dirt and muck in his hair on his face. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know, but I think that you could probably ask like Lusana, and she's the one in the tavern. She'll definitely know. Um, um, what's Did you guys come from outside of Hush?
I am going to, if Morgan gives me the good grace to, grab my axe and swing it out towards him with, hopefully, Morgan on the end, so that I stop it in front of him and be like, yeah, we're on a mission. This is a secret frog.
I'm trying to look mysterious.
I mean, he is definitely like he's gone so pale as this boy that's never seen any amount of violence before is shown the sharp end of an axe, and then is hit with the confusion of the frog that is on top of it. I assume that you're doing like the classic frog like stance of like your arms, your legs in. Um. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So Lusana will probably know. Yeah. And yeah, he's probably going to scurry back up to the tree, but he's going to continue to watch you from up there. I'm going to ask Varian and Garrick, where would you two be at this point?
You said there was like a pub bar.
Yep. The Clover Tavern.
Tavern, that was the word.
Mm.
I reckon I would be in there, if not out for a stroll.
Okay, awesome. Yep. Okay, awesome.
Could I add?
Sure.
I feel like I would be, for those of the party perceptive enough, I feel like you'd see like, I guess, a cloak shadow sort of lingering like in a tree, and then kind of as you look, he sort of just darts off, like jumping between the trees.
Hells yeah. I think we said that Marlo might have been in reading her books inside the cart at the for most of the journey. Is that correct?
Yeah, when we got back to when we arrived at Hush, I would have felt the pop of the magical around and probably just have closed the book and be sitting there and keeping an eye out for the locals.
Yeah.
Assessing the vibe.
Yeah, cool. So the boy had directed you to Lusana, who is carrying a large beer keg over her shoulder, walking towards the Clover Tavern. The Clover Tavern is a sight to behold, with 6 curving stories climbing the trunk of an ancient tree. This is the heart of the community, always crowded with music and good-natured conversation. There is a sign outside that reads, "Newcomers, please hang shoes on the line." Next to it, as expected, are shoes dangling from a small fishing line. Some shoes look freshly polished and filled with small trinkets. Inevitably, by the time... Nope, don't need to read that one. Okay. As you enter, you kind of stop the carriage outside of the tavern. There's a small courtyard outside of the tree, but most of the bar is kind of inside a carved out area, and there are steps that travel further up up on the outside of the tree.
Guys, what do I do if I don't really wear shoes? Do I just...
Dust them off as much as you can.
What if I put shoes on instead? Would that be
You
equivalent?
have shoes to hang on the line?
I don't know. I think I might.
I'm going to go into my backpack and pull out a spare pair of shoes and give them to you to put on the line.
All right,
You
don't know
have
how
to
this
have
helps.
these-
Are these
Do you
like
have shoes for me too?
Yeah, I'd love to imagine these being tiny ass shoes.
like I'm thinking stilettos, but like whoa. Like yeah, obviously like comparatively they're definitely too small for a giant as an elf. But what type of shoes are you giving Kari?
So I would be wearing my like classic travel shoes. These would probably be like my nicer court shoes. I would be carrying like a
Yeah,
court regalia in my bag in case I had
100%.
to face anyone in official capacity. But I will then proceed to unlace. They're like the really inconvenient travel shoes where they're laced halfway up your shin and there's no zipper. So I will then spend the next 10 minutes unlacing my boots.
Oh, you have to doff your boots, huh?
I do doff.
Can I like just start helping, but using my tongue and being like, we can establish whether this is weird or not? But I'm not thinking about it. I don't think it's weird. I'm just like snapping in and out. I'm just grabbing laces and helping.
It's
Do
really
I have the
effective.
dexterity to grab the tongue?
Oh,
Go ahead and
poor thing.
give me a finesse check.
Oh dear.
Yeah, finesse
We're
that
gonna go
tongue.
full Phantom Menace.
I have rolled with fear.
That's just letting everybody roll so we can accrue some of that fear for later.
No, and to give you guys hope as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. I got an 18 with fear.
Yeah, you do. You definitely catch the tongue as it's going for the next lot of like, as the next bit of laces to undo. You're slightly regretting catching it because it is a slimy tongue on your hand.
I'm going to like bend down, look you in the eyes while I'm holding your tongue and be like, no, thank you.
Uh-huh.
And then stand back up and let go.
That was
Right,
unnecessary. I was just helping.
No raise an eyebrow.
You were being really slow. Anyway, I just jump onto Marlo's shoulder and I like kind of snuggle in. Get away from Kari.
Oh, no, I'm Kari. That's
You
my...
are-
Damn it! Other way around. Sorry.
You can jump on my shoulder and then I'm just gonna be like,
No, wrong person. I jumped on Kari's shoulder. My mistake.
Yeah.
As in, you jumped and then said, "Oh no, wrong person," and jumped over again.
Ugh.
No, out of game by mistake. I meant the other
Yeah.
person.
Okay. Yeah. Lusana, the dwarf, this dwarf woman, with the keg is walking past. Who would like to introduce themselves or start this conversation?
Above table, I feel like, yeah. Our court minstrel should be the person.
yes. I'm guessing I probably haven't finished unlacing my shoes.
Yeah. So she's kind of walking past and like sees you lacing your shoes. Hi, dear. You're new to the village, aren't you?
Hi. Yes. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just abiding by the rules of your tavern.
Thank you,
Unlace some
dear.
shoes.
And I'll go pop this down, and I'll be with you shortly. She is an older woman with a thick beard, carrying this barrel of ale. And there is nothing else that you necessarily need to know from what I'm reading. Awesome.
I feel like then there's something that you're not telling us.
Can I take a
I mean,
quick glance at what's in the other shoes?
Yeah.
Trinkets?
Yeah, they just seem to be just small like some obscure religious icons that aren't consistent amongst other shoes. They're small like amber jewels, probably made from some sort of tree sap. But you also notice that all of the shoes are, or some of the shoes are freshly polished. Um, yeah.
Okay. Do they seem magical at all?
No.
Okay. Hang my shoes up and proceed inside.
Do I fit in this building?
It's definitely uncomfortable. It's a scrunching your head down and kind of yeah, trying to have to bend your head. But it is regular. It's made for the regular humanoid. Despite being a probably a relatively dwarven area. But yeah, it's still made for the height of elves, but you are still beyond that.
I'm gonna find a seat.
Oh yes, dear. You're a bit tall, aren't you? Haven't had too many giants in these parts. What's brought you here, dear?
Work mostly. I like take a seat, just like try and stretch out a bit.
There are definitely some tables and stools at the bar.
Yeah. Can I sit at the bar?
Of course.
Can you fit at the bar?
Yeah, mostly my feet kind of like drape out into the like thoroughfare section.
Yeah.
We're I'm here on a protection detail, and I just like flick a thumb out to.
Oh, you two are together as well. Okay. We don't get very many of them around these parts.
Can I like in the middle of this conversation, because I'm like kind of hidden in Kari's like hair, can I just kind of like stick my tongue out and just like announce my presence that way? Just like I'm here too.
Are you hitting anything, or is it just kind of like a whoop?
Just a little.
What's that you got there? Trying to see what the hell that was.
This is my mate. I'm gonna like scoop you up and then just like thrust you forward.
Hi.
I think that from this vantage point, you can see that she's standing behind the bar, but she's also on a raised platform that's just like it's like a single step towards the bar, but then there's also just like regular flat space for a human-sized, a medium-sized creature to stand. Yeah. Oh. Hi, dear.
Before I go in. Sorry. Please continue.
I wasn't really. There wasn't much more than that, but if you would like to continue.
Morgan, are you going to interact?
No, he was about to respond in his lovely little tavern lady voice, which, by the way, I just absolutely love. So,
it's just an opportunity for Matt to show off.
Well, yeah. This has given me a lot of NPCs, and I'm like, all right, commit. We're just gonna commit to some of them.
Go with it. Before I come inside, I would cast a minor illusion just to put a guard dog on the crate before we go in.
Sure.
And then I would probably have followed the crew in.
Yep.
Sidle up to the bar and be like, "Hello, I understand you're the woman to know around the area. That you may know who we are after."
Awesome. My name's Lusana, dear. What are your names?
It's a good.
I'm Barnacle.
My name's Marlo.
Ooh, Barnacle, and you're a ribbit. How interesting.
You ever met a ribbit before?
No, I haven't actually. Lots of halflings, humans around these parts. a giant is rare for sure, and to have a ribbit with you as well. Whoa, it's my lucky day.
Kyrie, by
Um,
the way.
Hello, look at and she's like kind of gesturing to the axe. Is your axe just on your
Yeah,
back? Kinda?
it's
She
on my
is
back, ready to like swing out at it whenever needed.
awesome. Oh, so you an axe wielder, are you?
Yeah.
I don't. We haven't had much combat in these parts for many a year, many a harvest. But oh, I know fine craftsmanship when I see it. Do you know when it was forged?
Yeah, this particular one, and I'm just gonna swing it out, but not up. So I'm making a
Yep.
very clear
Yep.
effort to go out and not up, and then like pull it back in. And I drop it on the table.
Yeah,
This
on the bar.
this one was made for me specifically. It's weighted for me exactly. I was
Well,
basically born with an axe in hand, and I needed something special. You know?
you can see it just by the calluses in your hand. Yeah, I love it. She goes to like kind of pick it up and feels the weight that you were talking about. Wow, wow, yeah, yeah. It's seen some work, isn't it? You could probably use them. And then she's like, there might be like a fleck or two of blood that's still there. And she's like, goes to like kind of clean it up for you.
It's ribbit spit.
Oh,
You've been drooling on my axe.
um, surely the body that you cleaved in half of the previous earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to be distracted by it, but what can I get you? And she's already like kind of pouring some mugs of ale for you.
Oh,
Is there anything that anything that I can be helping with you? If you've got
ale
such
and
a
a
quest to go on.
location, I think. Is what we're after, right?
Ooh,
Or not?
okay, well, please ask away.
Yes, we are looking for the alchemist.
The Arcanist,
Arcanist. Yes.
the Whitefire Arcanist.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know, but you see, and kind of points behind you. You see that gentleman there? I'm fairly certain that he's spoken to her before, and I'm gonna be pointing at Garrick, who I assume is you sitting down. What is Garrick doing at this point? You could be playing
Sitting
cards.
down, very clearly listening into the conversation and amused by the new travelers that have come in.
Awesome, awesome. I'm just for some atmosphere here. There are some patrons that are having an arm wrestle competition. There is a small class outside that you probably passed by that's getting that's doing stone painting. It's a whole bunch of children being led by an elf man, and then yeah, and a small marketplace full of stone paint trinkets. Okay,
Could I add?
sure.
There's a Mysteria hooded figure sitting in the corner, doing the classic Aragon right in that corner there, just smoking a pipe.
And where's the local goblin
you
that
guys
we'd
out.
rather talk to?
Yeah, well, Gandalf actually walked in just to say. I'm kidding.
Lots of halflings here, guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I believe that gentleman there might know. Garrick, do you know of where the Whitefire Arcanist is? And I'm
Don't
gonna
think
say,
I've been to see him recently. Be up over yonder, I think northwest last I checked.
You have a place out that way?
I mean, the thing with alchemists is they tend to move around once there's a bit too much sort of poignancy in the air. It disrupts what they're doing and they need to pack up and leave. So no guarantees he'd be in the same spot.
How do people normally find him then?
Wander around. I suppose most people either know where he is or, like me, they just come through every so often and you just sort of find who you find.
Can I at this point, I guess I've gotten up and approached the bar and sort of slammed an empty tankard down and been like, Lasana dear, could I please have another drink? And
of course you
turned.
can, Varian.
Thank you,
Sure.
thank you. If you're looking for the Arcanist, people normally find him through me. I wouldn't really take Garrick's advice.
Right, and when you say through you, you mean like I have to get through you? Because I think you're no bigger than my axe.
I'll just chuckle a little bit and put my hands up. Like, no, not literally through me. I can guide you there if you need.
Let us where.
To the Arcanist.
Is that a place? Or is this a
No,
wander around as Garrick has said?
I mean Garrick's half right. The Arcanist is a little bit fickle in where he likes to pitch his tent, but I know where you most likely can find him. Everyone, I mean her. Actually, is it a he or a her? Would I know, Rennie?
I'm gonna say you do know, and it is a her.
A her. I also want to add to you'd be seeing sort of like, just in terms of description for my character, basically a like feline face, like cat-like ears, like sort of black hair with like grey flickered in, whiskers coming out. Kind of like not quite feline in terms of like domestic cat, more like I guess jungle cat, but very I guess very scrawny. I would say not very full, but yeah.
Well, then I believe we're in need of your help. Because we do need to find the Arcanist. What would you be looking for?
I mean, I'm mainly just curious. It's not. I mean, we get travelers often through our lovely little village here in Hush, but not quite ones that look like yourself, and you've piqued my curiosity. What exactly is it that you are seeking the Arcanist for?
Delivery.
Delivering what? Can I have a peek?
You cannot. It's a delivery from the king.
That makes it all the more enticing. Yeah, I can take you to the Arcanist.
Therein shows the real reason for his interest.
Meaning what, Garrick?
Well,
I mean, I think you'd be far more likely to lead these folk astray and take a look in that box for yourself than actually take them to the Arcanist.
We can
I
lead his
mean-
limbs astray if you need.
I truly mean no ill intent. Am I curious about what's in the box? Yes. Am I curious about you new strange folk who have come to our village? Yes. Do I have a history of doing questionable things?
I can answer that one. Yeah.
Can you give me an example, Garrick?
Isn't there that girl a few years ago who one of the locals asked you to bring so that she could cook a stew? You helped her find her destination, just not the destination that she thought she was looking for.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, look, I feel like I've proved my worth many a times again to the village of Hush, but I don't quite remember the last time you lifting a finger was.
What, I could lift one right now. Make sure that these poor people don't get stabbed in the back by you if you lead them off astray. You folks
No.
like a hand
No.
as you get a hand.
No fighting in the bar, thank you. No fighting in Hush.
Right, so
Let's
back
not reckon-
outside.
Wouldn't dream of it. But he takes us outside of those walls. That won't be fighting in Hush.
Look,
Garrick, I've no intent of fighting you. Your presence is comforting. Sometimes there's comfort in looking upon a face and knowing exactly what you're going to feel.
I can't detect an insult under that. And I'm going to take it that maybe you have turned to leave. Thank you, that's quite kind.
Fair
look,
enough.
dearies, I hope you all come back after your delivery to the Whitefire Arcanist. Because the first Moss Festival will be coming up in the next week or so. if you don't know, it's when the new crops of the Sunless Farms start the first layer of moss growing upon them, meaning that they're beginning to ripen for the season. It's a celebration of the arrival of spring and of the abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables the town will soon have. Uh,
Don't worry, I wouldn't miss it.
I love how giddy it always makes you, Lasona.
I genuinely thought that was Matt coming through.
such a, you know, you inspire characters, your characters inspire you. Ah.
Hmm.
So do you eat the moss?
Oh.
No. It's just a sign of ripening.
So
You can
What's
if you'd
ripening?
like to, though. I think that she sees the curiosity in your eyes.
so would you say it's lichen? All right, there's
It's
no
like
audience here.
Lusana's not laughing, but I am. um, okay, dear. Thank you. Um, well, I hope that you guys all come back for another drink, another round of the house if everything's successful, of course.
Thank you so much for your help. We will take you both if you will join and help us, the Arcanists.
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, again, if they lead us astray, we can always spray
Do the
their
same thing
leads.
as
Yeah,
yes.
I'll be sure not to.
man.
I don't say anything.
And I assume after a small drink and perhaps a meal for some of you, you are gonna start making your way out. And as you leave and you put your shoes back on, you will see that your shoes also have been polished, and there are a few trinkets inside of it.
Oh, what's this inside your shoe? Did you leave this in here before? Why are you putting
stop
shit in your
shaking the
shoe?
Give me back my shoes. Just give me back my shoes. Can I look at the trinket?
Yeah. Roll a d6 for me.
Ooh, a loot table.
I got a 6.
Hells yeah!
Top
You
loot!
actually get a small small sapphire that's worth a couple handfuls of gold. It's relatively small, but it's still.
Why'd you
pretty
put rocks in your shoe? Normally you don't want to put rocks in your shoe.
I didn't. They were gifted to us. And I'm not sure by who.
I don't know.
As you're beginning to leave, you see a gnome absolutely plummet from the second story, as there aren't too many railings around. But he
Can I try catch him?
lands. He's a couple of meters away, but
Okay,
he
yeah.
lands softly onto a very springy bed of flowers, and up giggling, and then he kind of sways back over, and you see on his back is just a shit ton of pollen, and it is clear that this is just how that plant pollinates. As he walks away, half covered in pollen on his back. Yeah.
Ah, isn't
So.
nature beautiful?
Did he leave the tavern?
No, he's wandered back inside.
Oh,
He's gonna go back
okay.
upstairs to where he was before. Okay. Making your way past the homes of the village, then through the farmlands of Hush, you see a variety of crops that have begun to cultivate a thin layer of glowing blue moss over the top of their fruits and vegetables. They pulse softly like a heartbeat as you pass. Among the thriving groves, you notice that the sablewood trees in this area have hundreds of unique faces carved into all sides, the eyes peering in every direction.
You guys
One
feel
tree.
like we're being watched.
Yes,
It's creepy.
it is.
But the trees
You're
seem
out-
magical.
Uh, Not necessarily. No. I'm gonna say no. They don't seem magical. Not aside from any other trees, and you've seen magical trees before, and they don't not emitting at all the same type of aura that you'd expect. One tree, however, taller than the rest, bears the Arcanist's home. Like an overripe fruit, it hangs from a braid of rope as wide as a giant's forearm, tied to a massive branch and counterweighted by a cabin-sized boulder lying at the base of the tree. The stone is marked with a collection of symbols, and the cabin windows flash with a sort of yellow-green light, just a soft pulse inside. What would you all like to do?
Can I just firstly say, turn to everyone and be like, "See, told you I could get you here."
What do you know? I take it back, sir. Perhaps a new leaf has been turned.
Just gonna kind of like do a little bow to you.
I think we'll wait
Very
till we
sarcastically.
verify who's in the building before we celebrate.
Yeah. Jamie,
you guys
can,
keep-
or Varian,
Yes.
can I get you to roll?
Yes, sir. My best stat is agility, so do you want to use that?
No, I think I actually no, I want to ask you, have you actually you know, I'm gonna say that you do know where the Arcanist lives, but would you say that you've actually been inside or met the Arcanist?
I would say I've not been inside, but I've peeked inside and sort of observed her from a distance. I wouldn't say that I've directly met
Have you
her.
stalked her?
I would say, pardon?
You sound like a stalker.
Just a big fan, Lauren. Just a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. No, I'm just like, yeah,
You're
I wouldn't
creep.
say I've ever had the privilege of meeting her.
Okay, awesome.
Even when you say it like that, I'm like, stalker. Haven't had the
Still
privilege of
stalker.
meeting her. I'm like, no.
Guys, I'm a cool, edgy
Talk about
ranger. Leave me alone.
So the cowl is so she can't see you.
Mm, okay.
Can I do a little perception sort of check? Just for like any threats, or like anyone hiding in the trees, anything like that. Just want to check.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Am I rolling
and
anything, Rennie, or no?
No.
While you're
Yeah,
doing
you
that,
use
I'll be
one.
like dusting myself off and like making myself presentable, like
Awesome.
ready to. Yeah.
Can you remind me, Matt? How do I do it? I have advantage on rolls to perceive details within like a low light area, which I'm assuming within like such a free area, a foresty area.
Mm.
Is that fair to say that I can have that?
Yeah, sure. So yeah,
How do I do the advantage?
roll your 2d12, and then you get and then roll a d6 and add that together.
Okay.
The d6 is advantage and or disadvantage.
Plus D6. So I got, hang on, 14 with fear plus 5 on my D6.
Nice.
19.
But you are confident that the area around you doesn't have any malicious creatures or anything like that in the vicinity. No one is stalking you, aside from the creepy man that's sitting next to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely like keeping a closer eye on him now. I'm like, it's us.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, I will approach the door, and
So
if I don't, yes,
it is so the home itself is actually is hung from a branch. There is no way to actually walk into a door because it is being held down by essentially like a pulley by a rope that is tied to a boulder on the ground.
Barnacle, you
How
think
far
I
up is
could
it?
get you up there?
Um, I'm gonna say it's like 15 meters up, kind of. It's like it's a good couple of stories up there.
If I
Oh,
climbed the rope that is currently holding it up, Would I be able to get up there?
You can certainly try. Give me an agility roll.
I still think I could throw you up there.
I reckon you could too.
You want to be thrown too, mate?
Yeah, why not?
Alrighty. Stand by.
I got a. Okay, I got a straight 15 with hope.
Oh, okay. Take your hope. Okay. So you're climbing up the rope. You do know that you'll have to get to the branch, and then from there we'll go drop down to the.
Go the other way.
Um.
Or can I just climb up high enough that I'm in line with the door
Sure.
and then yell?
There aren't actually there aren't. I want to say that
An
it's
entrance
kind of
to the home.
yeah. They're like frosted frosted glass essentially, but they're big glass doorways.
Okay.
Yeah.
From there,
So
I'm then going.
it's a nice circular building with like kind of exits and doors on all sides really.
Okay, I'm gonna hold onto the rope, pull out my staff, and knock on the side of the cows. Hello? Are you
Okay.
home? And then put my
Awesome.
staff on my back again.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Can I also throw Garrick up there?
Sure. Give me a strength. Is it strength?
I think that's what we were using last time.
Give me a strength roll.
Gimme. Oh, guys, I didn't get my bad dice out. I only got my good dice out.
Oh no.
The bad dice.
I mean, my fearful dice. It's red. It's very exciting. These ones look kind of edible. Not as delicious as Matthew's dice last week, but you know. Oh, that would be 2 1s.
Oh no. That's a crit.
Critical success! Can I throw him through the open door that they're like opening to respond to the knocking?
100%.
Yeah.
So, so you gain a hope and you can also clear a stress if you have one. Garrick, can I get a finesse roll from you just to see how well you land?
Now I haven't rolled into this last time, so it's 2d12s.
2d12 that you add together. Yep. And then you tell me, and then assign which one is going to be your hope, which one's going to be your fear.
And then show us the dice.
Add them together. Tell me which one's higher, and then add your.
I don't have auto zoom, so that's just going to be blurry if I put it in.
Yeah.
Well, the green one looks delicious. It's like apple flavored.
I don't know what green is, so I'll just not give you either of them. Okay, so I roll them and then add my finesse.
Yep. So, which one is higher? And what's the total?
Hope is higher, and it is 17 total.
Okay, awesome. That's pretty good. So you gain a hope, so you can mark an extra hope on your sheet. And
all right, was I meant to start with 2, wasn't I? I don't think I did that.
Yeah.
So you should be up to a total of 3. Okay, so yes, you've. So Marlowe has reached over and knocked on the window. And as the Arcanist kind of opens the glass doors, to see what's about, how would you describe Garrick? Describe Garrick for yourself as he flies through the air and somewhat lands, without terrible damage, as he slides across the floor in the Arcanist's room.
So for a wanderer, I have surprisingly good clothes. You can tell that there is obviously some money behind wherever it is that I come from. Got this lovely big flowy sort of cape, very similar to what a Captain Jack Sparrow might have on. And a large sort of brimmed hat and this giant longsword that just hangs by my side. And sort of as my cape flaps through the, sorry, my giant word I just used. I'm so good with English. I'm nailing this. Jacket thingy with the long tailcoat thingy. As it flies through the air and I land, I take the hat off and sort of a little bow as I say hello.
Okay. And so what you see is a 7-foot mix of humanoid and firefly. She has a humanoid face with large bulbous eyes and antennae, sort of like a praying mantis of sorts, in that kind of bent arm forward posture over the like the abdomen, the thorax, I think it is, and then with a large abdomen behind her. She has two wings that are, I mean, tucked behind her, that may have been generating the light that you were seeing before. The Arcanist is a fairy that moves in a combination of both very slow and suddenly jerky motions. Though her expressions are difficult to read, her emotions are very clear in her voice. She is old but spry, and she eyes the group mischievously. Are you the group? As she kind of like sees the gentleman that has crashed into her abode, and then peers
And
out.
politely introduced himself.
Politely introduced, but also she sees the dangling wizard or sorceress off of the rope, and then obviously the couple more companions down at the bottom. Are you the group? Emiris sent from the capital? Oh my!
This
You're
one
rather
is a
late.
group. I am a traveler.
You're rather late, aren't you? Come in. And she's going to kind of swish her hand in a circular motion, and the whole thing is going to sort of drop down to the floor beneath. Hopefully, none of you are beneath it.
I think we'll move
What
once
does
we
that
realize
mean
it's
for
coming down.
me?
So it's clear this was entirely magical, and that the rope that you were on doesn't actually hold the weight. You are still up there on the rope, Marlowe. So you'll have to then climb back down again to reach the entrance, as it kind of like a giant flower that was just about to blossom. The walls kind of like splay out around it, and you can see the inside of her abode. As the Arcanist lowers her home and invites you inside, you'll notice the treehouse is surprisingly spacious. The main room is a crowd of potion bottles, spellbooks, runes, plants, and small creatures of all kinds, but no one could classify this place as messy. It's clear that if anyone moved a single item, even an inch, the old fairy would notice. Yeah, awesome.
Just as a check, by the way, can I ask what's like? What is the package? Like, how big does what's its size, dimension, shape?
It's a crate of
Oh right, okay.
it's regular, like it's like chest size. So it's like a
yeah. It's not a parcel. It's a full on. Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah. It's a
Can
very
I
solid.
grab the parcel chest crate and carry that inside with us?
Yep. Roll a strength check for me.
It's a parcel for you. It's a crate for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say into a room where I can stand up, right? Because she's 7 feet tall, so I can't imagine that I'm.
Well, at this point, the walls are not part of the roof, and so it hasn't. There is no roof to this place, so you are comfortable to walk around, quite comfortably here.
Yeah. So I rolled with hope.
Okay, take the hope.
But I got 9.
Okay. So you come over to the crate. It's still on the cart. Are you
Could I have tried to aid with that?
And
like
I'm
give
gonna say
advantage?
no at this point.
Oh, okay.
So she you've gone to the cart, and I would assume that you've gone to. Do you actually no? Another question. Do you have any stress on you?
No, I have no stress.
Okay. Um. I'm gonna say that you go to pull on one side of the crate and realize it's a lot heavier than you expected. And as you go to pull, you get like a kind of a pop, but it's that pop that's like really, really nice, and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that I needed that. And you stand up a little bit straighter and a little bit more relaxed. You would have lost a stress if you had one. Um,
Ah,
you
that's so nice.
it's a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier than you expected.
Right.
So
Bend at the knees.
so the Arcanist has a small cane of seems to be like old wood that just happens to be the perfect shape for her. But a lot of the time she does kind of walk with a jump that and uses her wings a little bit to flap to get a little bit more of a distance. And she makes her way. She understands what the package is, and she makes her way over to it um, to stop you from trying to move it anymore because she
No, I got this. I can take it to the side.
opens the crate to show you. Inside King Emiris's package lies a massive stone with a lion's face carved into it. Marla, you recognize this as the keystone of the capital city gate's main archway. The Arcanist nods sagely as soon as she sees it, saying, "Of course, the king would keep this delivery secret. If anyone knew your city was no longer warded, you would be conquered before sunrise." With this ominous warning, she starts to unfurl her treehouse yet again. Uh, we must travel to the open vale to revitalize the ward, but such an effort of magic will attract dangerous creatures from the darkest reaches of the Sablewood. I'll need your help. So as she kind of like whisks her hand once again, and well, Garrick, have you walked back out to see the package again, or are you still inside?
No, I think I would have left once our friend did. I don't think I would stay in the house unattended.
Okay, awesome. Because it does, yeah, it folds back up and then slides up or back into its original position.
Neat trick.
Yeah.
Very much. Though I did prefer yours.
What can I say? I'm talented.
I need a drum kit, DM.
um, are you all willing to help with this endeavor?
Of course.
If the king requires it, yes.
Okay, let's keep following the path, and she'll like kind of um, she'll stand like you said that it was like almost was it wireframe over the top, or was it just completely open?
I think we're doing stretched Oh, okay. I thought we were doing stretched canvas, but yeah.
I
Because
thought we had 2 frames on the edge, and then there was nothing actually there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No stress.
Well, she kind of like uses her insectoid feet to kind of clamp onto that barrier between the back of the cart and the front, and directs you towards the open veil. All right. Or just on
I need to pop this
give
other
you-
shoulder, you know?
this continue this story. Can I get Isabel to put the other
The other map up? Certainly.
yeah.
When I find my mouse. Mouse, come back! Mousey, come back.
I will post it to the Discord as well for
Nice.
us, and everyone will see it on the stream.
Could I ask to the Arcanist? So I'd say Varian's eyeing out this stone, like from a genuine place of curiosity, no, like just intrigued by what it is.
Yeah.
And hearing the Arcanist's words, I think he'll ask, sorry, Arcanist. You mentioned this keystone's important for protecting the king in his city, but why would he be sending it to you?
Oh, because I'm the one that I, I did it the first time.
You did what the first time?
I gave him this ward for when the city was first needed its protective barrier.
And he's sending
That
it.
was so long ago.
I guess he hasn't needed it to expand the walls since.
Oh, right. Wait, so it's run out of power, or it's needs an update, a
It's
boost?
I'm gonna say that the king has expanded the walls of the city as the population has grown and is changing where that boundary is, and so he wants to protect as many of his citizens and not leave them to the horrors of the
Right.
magical world, and so he's gonna
He's a
put
good
that.
king.
Mm,
With the increase in
Remarkable
GDP,
power
we've
this
got,
item must hold.
I mean,
I didn't hear what Obel said. What was that?
sorry, I said, oh, with the increase in GDP and the cost of living remaining stable, the community is on and up and up. So I can see why we need to expand the outer wall.
Exactly. Well, I'm
Speak a
not so
lot of
familiar
sense.
with the Emirian Empire these days, but I'm sure that he is still providing well enough for his
Well,
kingdom.
You know what they say
I feel
about
like there's a better
monarchies.
No, tell us. What do they say about monarchy?
Only the most legitimate form of government. You wouldn't want democracy, and everybody would vote.
What is democracy?
Everybody would vote.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's-
stupidly progressive.
Mm. It's a
Sounds-
democracy, if you will.
I got that one.
I like that.
Okay, so moving through the trees. A lot of the time,
Matt,
I'm
your
gonna move
hair
on to
is
this
like
conversation.
3 points.
Yeah, I realized earlier today that it was just standing up on end, and I've been having to fix it the whole time, and I'm just gonna continue and hope that no one notices. Because why would anyone notice that my hair is going in 3 different directions and it's changing every 15 seconds? So yes, you're kind of bashing your way through the woods at this point. There isn't a clear path to where you're going. The Arcanist is giving you very direct instructions on where to go, and moving around trees, and sometimes having to shape the path for you as you move through it.
Quite a convenient skill.
Yes, dear, you don't have this much power at such a young age as yours. On direction from the Arcanist, your carriage pulls into a mysterious clearing in the shape of a perfect circle. Oh.
Yeah. What a great
Alright,
circle.
I didn't. Well, I don't think. I thought that it was. I read that it wasn't a perfect circle the first time I did this. Anyway, I think that it's pretty good. And
From a certain angle, the circle looks perfect.
yeah. The only area of the Sablewood you've seen without trees to block out the sky. This is the open vale. The sky above is relatively clear, but it is moving quickly into nightfall. So this place is used for strong ritual magic. It is here that I first forged the ward pillars that reside on all 4 corners of Hush, keeping the village safe. I almost died during that ritual, though, and forgotten
Why?
gods.
What happened?
No, don't. This,
Are we in danger?
Story from another time.
But
And
it
she
could
Or should we
be
hear it now?
could be important if you want us to, as you say, look after you as you perform this ritual. If it's likely to repeat, we ought to know what it is we're protecting you from.
I'm sure that you'll have no trouble.
Very
and she
sound
kind of
reasoning, Arcanist.
goes up to one of these large stones and just kind of like taps it a little bit and draws some sly circles and some druidic shapes onto one of them, and then before quickly moving on to the next one.
Varian
Did I-
and sorry, I've forgotten Wombat's character name. Are they standing
Garrick.
together or nearby? Jack? Are they standing nearby each other?
I don't think we're near each other, but we're definitely in eyesight of each other.
yeah. I kind of got like my shoulder turned, but you kind of keep sliding him a look every now and again, just sort of making sure I know where he is.
Okay.
I don't trust
I
him.
want to. I want to jump from Kari's shoulder onto the nearest one of you's shoulder. I think ideally Varian, because I don't know that you don't know the alchemist personally. And I want to be like, just really quietly, just be like, how well do you know her?
Personally, not too much at all. But she does good for the village. So I've seen and heard. Why?
It's like a talk of danger, but not able to say what, and it doesn't give me a good vibe.
Rennie, can I actually ask that? Would I be able to roll some sort of check to actually recall what I know about the Arcanist from being a resident of the village? Because I kind of just said that she does good, but I'm actually, I don't know where I pulled that from.
You can do recall as a knowledge roll. That's what
Yeah.
it says there.
Give me a recall.
Is that
It's a knowledge roll.
no? Oh right, okay. Okay, so I rolled 16 with fear.
Okay.
Ooh, stop giving him power.
Look. I've only gotten 5 out of the 12 that I really want. But okay. So you what was the number you actually rolled? That was too concerned about
16.
16. Okay. The Arcanist is much older than you are. You've obviously heard stories of the Arcanist throughout town. As you arrived in Hush. If there are troubles that you yourself can't personally handle, then you would probably send them off to the Arcanist. You suspect that the events that were taking place for the previous ritual, based on if you have like a slight discussion with Marlowe about the first time that the ward was created, that was a long time ago. By most standards,
A long time ago.
Yeah.
and perhaps even the previous king.
Multiple generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she the one who's making this? Making the ward around the village?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'd turn back to Barnacle and be like, I would rest assured, little friend. The Arcanist has been known to the village of Hush for even longer than I've been alive, and for all that I know of her, she's done a lot of good. And yeah, done a lot of good for this village. She's the one who keeps us safe with that magical ward.
How much has the king told me about her?
Very little. I want to say that he's very proud of his royal mages such as yourself, and so to be seeking such outside help, he's perhaps a bit ashamed of that. You might suspect he's a bit ashamed of it, because that it's not his own mage that is doing this, but he must have some sort of good relationship with the Arcanist, because he has clearly entrusted the city with this. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions?
Before she start, can I just go and step into the shadows, because I have I have an ability where I can like move from shadow to shadow. And I just in case something happens and we need a
The
little
best.
yeah.
We should all set up in case there's danger. We know that
Yeah.
whatever rituals will. Yes.
Are
When I
you?
see
Are you?
Barnacle going and setting up,
Is
I'm going
this?
to
Is this?
instruct others to do the same.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Where would you all be going after now that we have this map?
And the Arcanist is
she
in the
located?
center there.
The Arcanist is kind of moving around to both trees and a lot of these stones that are around. These stones are kind of, some of them are, only a meter tall. Some of them are 3 meters up in the air. Like they're not floating, but they are 3 meters tall.
That tall, yeah.
Yeah, and then there are a range of kind of different sizes.
I think I would follow her from a sort of gentle distance, not enough to get in the way, but enough to sort of be as close as possible if needed.
I would like to stand
I'll
in
stand near the
exactly the
wardstone.
middle, so that from whichever direction this threat comes, I'm equidistant.
Okay.
I'm near the
I may have,
wardstone, wherever that is.
I might have prepped you guys a little bit too early, because now that I'm reading further on, I'm gonna tell you now. So the Arcanist antennae perk up in a discerning way. This is good. Stop. Yes. Here. Now. Come help me. I'm old. And this time she unfolds the carriage as she did with her home and stands over the crate, humming. Her body starts to glow brighter, flickering in the night. I'll need an hour of time to prepare. You all enjoy the night air while you can. We'll be very busy soon. And you see she kind of flies off in a direction you can't necessarily see over the trees. And she's kind of amongst the trees, just moving quite rapidly, and between these rocks as well. So we're going to go through a short rest. During a short rest, a PC may choose up to 2 of the following options. You may choose the same option twice. You can tend to your wounds, describe how you patch yourself up and clear 1d4 plus 1 hit points. You may also tend to an ally. You can clear stress, describe how you blow off some steam or pull yourself together and clear 1d4 plus 1 of stress. You can repair your armor. Once again, describe how you do it and you gain 1d4 plus 1 marked armor slots. And you can also apply that to someone else. And you can also, the last thing is you can prepare. Describe how you prepare yourself for the path ahead and gain a hope. If you choose to prepare with 1 or more members of your party, you may each take 2 hope.
Cool. Can I...
Wait. Sorry to interrupt. Just on that hope bit, Rennie, what if you take the action to do that, prepare with another party member twice? Can you get 4 hope? Do you know what I mean?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah,
I'd
you
assume
can.
so.
Yeah.
It's
Is
kind
there a
of
maximum
crack.
of hope you can have?
6.
Six.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
pretty
prepare hope with someone.
I'm pretty full of hope. I'd like to try and heal myself and fix my armor.
Okay. You want to sit down and prepare hope, Garrick?
I was about to say I would like to sit down and prepare with Varian.
Hmm. Yeah.
Ooh. What do you guys do? Is it do you guys play a quick game of cards against each other?
I was going to go for a new fashioned talk. Going to just say to Varian that
Well, we
I've
can say we
never-
do that over like a game of cards. or
yeah,
something
over a
like
game of cards, absolutely.
Yeah.
But,
Awesome.
over the many years, I've never trusted him, but today he has shown me no reason not to. That perhaps it is time we broke bread.
Yeah. I take out a flask, love like a metallic flask, and take a swig and pass it to Garrick as well.
Ooh,
I
cool.
will sniff it before joining in the drink.
I imagine that they're sitting down as well, like it's an interaction of very few words. Just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I
shared
I
sense,
get that.
like
Maybe you have few words. I feel like my character would have many a words.
oh fair, okay, right.
As long as there's no hostilities, I'd say we do a reasonable job.
Yeah, 100%.
No, yeah, and I think you sense that from me. Like there is no hostility. Not if I'm yeah.
So Marlo, you also wanted to join in on some of this hope. Would you be curious about that card game and maybe join in yourself?
Yes, I would be.
Pass the
So-
fluck to Marlo.
Absolutely.
So is that let's just going back, Marlo, what was the other action that you would like to do?
I'm going to. I've have a small scratch from where one of the prior parties latched out. So I would also apply. It's a very small scratch, so I'm going to apply a small bandage.
Okay, awesome. What's Barnacle up to?
I want to relax and release a stress. And given my background with Kari, I would probably do that by like just hopping into Kari's pocket and like taking a little nap, I reckon.
Wow. All right, just as Kari is, were you saying that you're fixing up your armor?
I would like to fix my armor and because I get 2 actions, right?
Yep.
I'd like to fix my armor and clear some HP.
Yep.
So I would like to go from like stitching myself back up to just stitching the armor, kind of like I didn't really stop from one material to the next. Like
Okay.
technically they're separate, but not really.
Okay. All right.
Did you just
Sure,
stitch
sure,
your
sure,
armor
sure.
to you?
No, I mean maybe a little bit, but
Cut the thread?
It's but
or
a
is it
single
just-
thread.
the
Yeah.
thread will
Yeah.
cut itself once it starts moving around again. I just,
How much damage have you and your armor taken?
So my armor has lost 1 armorer, and
What? Yep.
yeah, and I've lost 2 health slots. So
Yeah.
so what do I do to clear them? Like, so I roll a d4 for the healing one.
Yep.
So I've rolled a
then-
1
and then you-
on the d4.
So 1 on your d4 plus 1. So
Oh!
you'll clear 2.
Sweet.
You'll get 2 HP back.
Hell
and
yeah.
then you'll clear the amount of stress that you roll on your d4.
Stress. I didn't have any stress. What about?
Oh, sorry, repairing arm. Sorry. Yep.
So I roll another d4 for that.
Yep.
Okay.
Separate d4s.
This time I rolled 2, but I didn't need it.
Okay. And then Barnacle, was there any other actions that you wanted to be taking? Morgan?
Sorry, I was just thinking.
You need any hope?
I can get a hope, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So, if I do I have to do something specific, sorry, or I just role play that I'm like,
Role play
okay,
something.
Come join
Cool.
our circle of chatting and get 2 hope.
I'll do that then. I'll do that.
Awesome. And then Garrick and Varian, what else are you guys doing? Or are you just both preparing even more hope?
Yeah. Not much else for me to do at the moment.
I was going to say I'm warming up with my blade a little, but if you want to keep preparing, I believe we have somewhat different styles. We could sort of go through what each other does with a weapon as a bit of a warm up and a learning process.
Sure. And you see sort of this like short bow that I pull out from behind and a quiver of arrows. It's my main weapon.
Never much gone for the range. It always find as I let go, it doesn't go where my eyes are looking. How do you get it to land where it is you want it?
Years and years of practice, to be honest. But it was frustrating at first, I'll tell you that. Just took a lot of persevering. I don't know. I've always found that holding a blade such as yours always made me feel very clanky and slow and sluggish. I don't
It does in the
particularly.
beginning.
Yeah,
It's once you learn to really use the fulcrum, that's when the blade starts to move.
I suppose that's fair. Just don't really like to. I don't know. Even then, like that makes a lot of sense. But I don't know. I find that with a bow and arrow, I can be quicker on my feet, and I can. I don't know. I don't like to stand in one place for too long.
DM, am I noticing a bromance or a romance forming right now?
Roll for bromance, please.
What am I rolling?
Yes. Oh no, it should definitely be your fear and hope dice. This is a full action roll, please.
Under
For
what
me as
Who's
well.
rolling?
Yep. Let's get as much possible fear that I can gain.
I have 2 10s.
God damn
Ooh,
it.
Oh,
critical
that's
success.
Crit.
We start making out.
Enemies
Okay,
lose
do it.
instantly.
No, I rolled a 17, but with fear.
Okay.
But I don't know what we're rolling for.
I'm kidding. However, I'm going to make it clear that as the GM, I also get to roll a d4 for fear as well.
Oh.
So I gain 2 more fear in this short rest.
Can you have
Um,
my dice instead? Jesus.
Well,
And
okay.
do I get a hope for that crit?
Have you not maxed out your hope already?
Oh, that's
Start
right,
with
because
2 and you just gained
the
4.
preparing one. You know, I entirely forgot about the prepared ones.
You had that like kind of like enforced therapy between each other before. Okay. So I'll tell you now that we are about to jump into a battle. Is it going to be pushing too late to continue, or do we want to call it there? We'll start the battle next week.
I think leave it on the cliffhanger. We can go into combat next week.
Okay.
Before you
Well,
end
then
it,
let
can I
me-
ask a
Back.
question?
Find out
Mhm.
if it's a bromance or a romance.
My,
Um,
my bromance romance hope that I can't put on my character sheet, can I donate it to another character?
No.
Oh, yeah, because you gained a hope early on, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried.
You can't gain
Give
a hope.
hope.
Or you can't give hope, sorry. But there are plenty of ways you can use it. I also want to. I don't know if it says here, but you can participate in a tag team role. I don't know if that says it on any of your character sheets. But if one person spends 3 hope, you can tag team where you work together and you will both deal a certain amount of and you'll both deal your damage at the same time, essentially. You'll both roll to see to hit, and you can choose whichever one's higher or whichever one yeah,
I feel
whichever
like
one
Barry
works
and I
in
have
your
been working to
circumstance.
that.
Exactly. And you can, it's just a way that you guys can role play together how you fight collaboratively, and then you can deal much bigger damage together. But obviously at the cost of half of your
Kane,
hope.
Kane.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
ready to throw my teammates around the field.
How's it?
I consent to this.
Yeah. So
Guys, I
just
also
to
named my
properly-
axe, and no one has. Just be ready for next week. I've got a cool name for my axe.
oh, by the way,
So-
I've been meaning to ask.
Anyway, it's fine. I'll
probably
tell you
should've
next week.
I probably should have gotten to that with Lusana. But to really drive home this cliffhanger, the Arcanist lets out a shrill cry. The keystone has finally responded. Quickly, surround me. The ritual must begin, or I'll lose the pathway. Hurry! Her body begins glowing, brighter and brighter still, as her eyes roll backwards into her head and the entire carriage lifts a foot off the ground. A collection of unearthly screeches echo from the woods as nearby creatures are alerted to the arcane energy. You feel rumble as 4 ancient skeletons emerge from the ground, rusted swords in hand. Disturbed by the forces of magic being used by the Arcanist, in the distance, 2 forest wraiths float ominously towards you.
They don't make a
Not
combat
bad.
noise.
begin combat.
I'm so keen.
What is a forest wraith?
I don't know. I made it sound like a crow, so I don't know how I feel.
Well, it sounds like a crow now.
But
I feel
also
like that's
like
more the skeleton.
foresty. Yeah.
But they don't have any membranes, so they're just like clink, 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 clink. Oh.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's actually pretty good. So when they die, you need to like slam your keyboard really quick.
That's me at work.
How do
Alrighty.
you use the skeletons to murder other skeletons?
Well.
Something for another day.
Alrighty. Cool.
You really
Well,
gotta hand it to him.
That was terribly goodly bad.
DM, I'm once again requesting a drum kit.
I too. That's clearly what I'm going for, and I hope that everyone can see that when I go for my hi-hat that's like well above my head.
I
All right,
would
well,
like to
thank you
advertise
all.
that my character sheet says dry sense of humor, so I'm really just trying to go all in.
Yeah, you know what? I'm 100% getting it. However, sure, you gain inspiration, whatever inspiration means in Daggerheart. Cool, awesome. Thank you all so much for today. I hope that we can get into it next week, as long as Obel allows it.
I'm keen.
Hope
Because
that.
you know.
Take away
we're
fear. Take away
wanting-
one of his fears.
Once again, I'm gonna have to make sure that I remember how much fear I have
Yeah.
coming into this.
I can say now.
Um,
You can document it.
boom.
Put it in my notes.
And also, there's also a new mechanic that we will be employing, which is unique to Daggerheart, which I'm excited to do. Which is just a countdown. And so things will affect the countdown, in both positive and negative ways. So we will see if you guys can pull through.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, full hug.
We're all full of hope.
Yeah, and I might mix up some of these little guys, because fighting one type of skeleton, nah. Oh, but it's a bloody.
Okay.
Nah.
All right,
Well,
we're
I
done.
can figure
He's
it out.
he's gone full GM mode. He's prepping already. So we have been technical difficulties. I mean, roll for dopamine.
We've had less technical difficulties today, I think. I think we are properly rolling for dopamine here.
Hell yeah! I don't know. It's okay. Those are the group that have ADHD. How's the dopamine going?
Having a good time.
Yeah. We roll for dopamine. You can find us on YouTube and Instagram and on Twitch. Hopefully you're watching us right now. Yeah, we have another member who has a podcast called Finally Press Record Podcast. Wombat, plug your pluggables.
I have Gamesplaining on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Mainly check out YouTube. I have some really awesome stuff launching next week. Make sure you go and check that out.
Let's go. Yeah. Jamie, do you have anything to plug?
Nothing to plug today, but once again, thank you for having me as always. It was very, very fun.
Worries.
Until next time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.